it's gonna,
Got it.
Apple says it might be coming sometime this week. That's 2 months after I ordered it.
Wow.
And is Roger online?
I don't know. Is he?
Yes, I can hear him.
Hi, Louise.
Hi.
Hi, Ridge.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Susan.
Hi.
Hey, we can hear you.
Who's here?
I think I'll close my door. We got vacuuming going on.
Okay.
It's hard to believe that I did that stuff 35 years ago.
Yep. How time flies when you're having fun.
Like being a pilot? Oh,
In the big airplane.
wow. Technology probably changed a little bit.
Well, they have upgraded the C5 to the M model with an all-glass cockpit and 4 upgraded engines that gives it 25% more fuel efficiency and lets them go faster and climb faster. So now the airplane has a time to climb record with certain amount of cargo to a certain altitude.
So Kevin is not going to be with us tonight.
But you know a lot of things, so we can ask you.
And so do you. So I can ask you too. Boo boo.
There we go. Can you tell any difference in the, my video?
Yeah, looks like you got more light on your face.
Put more light on it. I can't see the difference. I got the software update to the monitor today, but you know, when I turn the light off, it's just as fuzzy as it was before. So it doesn't seem to have the low light capability that the old iMac had.
Yeah.
So but the one thing I did notice is that, maybe if I can show you here, is that if I move around, see if it does it, maybe it doesn't do it on Zoom. It does it on it does it on the FaceTime. It's that theater mode where it tracks you.
Right.
So that was about the only other difference on it. But I guess it doesn't do it on Zoom.
Well, it may be the background is fooling it.
Yeah, it could be.
Welcome, Jay and Mark.
Thank you.
Well, I'm down to my last two devices to upgrade software on today. It's an iMac, a Mac Studio, one iPad. I already have the beta tester on the other iPad. 2 iPhones, 2 Apple Watches, 2
One
Apple
on each
TVs,
wrist.
and 1 HomePod.
Well,
Where is everybody?
yeah, I just got the notification from Zoom that our meeting has started.
There's Kurt.
Yeah.
Hello, Kurt.
Hello, hello, I'm here.
Kevin going to join us tonight?
No, Kevin's got a meeting that was more important than us.
We're Kevinless tonight.
We just have to fake it.
Well, can anybody do soft shoe or anything?
Nope.
Here we go. Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. Hey, Mark, put your feet up.
That's a soft shoe.
Well, I have a question.
Well, this is a spider doing push-ups on a mirror.
I remember that.
After that, I think the question is what am I doing here? Did I walk in the wrong place here? So my question is, I was helping a client this afternoon and using in the about this Mac in the storage function where you can manage your storage. And so
Right.
we were deleting a bunch of stuff and it never went into trash. It seemed like it just automatically trashed it immediately and never accumulated in the trash folder. Has anybody ever noticed that before?
Oh,
Oh,
So when I trashed another folder that we moved to another hard drive off the original location, that was in trash. But the things that we deleted inside the manage your storage function never appeared in trash. I just
Went straight to trash without stopping anywhere.
straight to oblivion.
No. I don't have a clue.
Did it leave any litter? Or did you check to see it? You know, there was folders and stuff that you still had material in it that, you know, you deleted what, applications, or what were you deleting? Just,
Well, we were trying to regain space on his internal hard drive, so it was both applications as well as documents.
Right.
But
okay.
they all, it took a long time for a lot of them to actually delete.
Were you doing it with an admin account?
Good question. I'm not sure. I think so. I didn't actually check and see how he was logged in. I would imagine it wouldn't let you do it unless you were in an admin account, because it was asking for a password on a regular basis to give permission to trash things.
Okay.
But that might be a clue.
Yeah, possibly.
So you're just moving things, just what, right clicking and say delete, or? how
Well,
would you-
when you're in that managed trash inside the About This Mac, there's you can select the files, and you can select multiple files by using shift click or command click. And then in the lower right-hand corner, there's a button that says delete.
Oh, okay, all right. I think I've done that long time ago. I pretty much cleaned everything up that I don't really use anymore. And not necessarily I needed the space, but I'm just saying, you know, what do I have this stuff laying around on my machine anymore? And I think I remember doing something like that, but I never did check the trash can to see if it was all sitting in the trash. Maybe it just incinerates them internally.
I guess it's a feature.
Right.
Feature, that's it. Hey, Roger, I was looking on the YouTube, and at what was it, our April meeting, I believe. It's still coming up. I don't know if you reloaded that or not, but if you look at it, it's like 1/4 of the screen.
Yeah, I looked at it, and my guess is what YouTube did is they uploaded the standard definition version and the high def version, which are supposed to do both, but they didn't. So I haven't gotten around to reloading it up.
Okay, I noticed today when I was visiting you at lunch that
Yeah.
it was still down there like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes a long time for YouTube to process those videos, and it processes the standard definition version first, and then it can take hours to do the high definition version.
Okay.
So for those of you that just joined us, Kevin is not going to be with us today. So we will do our best to answer your questions. Do you have any?
Well, Roger, I think that we've solved the problem that I was having. It's hard to sort of explain it to everybody, but I've got an iPad and a phone, and on the phone, I was able, without any problem, to text members of our family. They're all on iPhones, but one of them is on an Android device. And somehow on the phone, it was working fine, and the iPad, it wasn't. I couldn't communicate with any of these people. After some fiddling around, one of the settings is send and receive from a phone number or from an email address. And so on the phone, of course, I had it set for the phone number. But on the iPad, since it's not cellular, I assumed that I couldn't do that. But I discovered today that yes, the phone number is listed there. So I checked it, and all of a sudden, yep, I'm able to communicate. So I can't. There's no way I can explain that. It's just that's the way it happened.
Well, good. I'm glad you got it figured out.
Yeah. Yeah. All it took was talking to you and fiddling while I was talking to you, and all of a sudden it started working again.
Well, it's like I've been known to say, two heads are thicker than one.
You got it. Absolutely.
Okay. Roger, I guess I have a question about sending text messages to someone who was reserving a shuttle. And it shows up, I mean, on my iPhone or iPad, either one, it shows that it wasn't received. It doesn't use the usual message. It says that something has been sent, but but then the guy texts me back. He obviously received the message, but it just happens all the time on that particular person who I guess they think he has an Android phone. But it never shows on my end. It never shows that it was sent, but he receives it.
Well, I think there's a setting probably that turns off the read receipt function. So
Well,
it doesn't tell you that he received it, but he obviously received it.
So he's kind of in control of that. That's why.
Right.
I don't know why he wouldn't want me to know that he received my message. Though.
Hi, Tom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
And Tom is muted, so we can't hear whatever he's saying. We still can't hear whatever he's saying because he is muted. Now he's okay.
Can you hear me now?
Sort
Yes,
of.
I have a question about Monterey 2.4 or 12.4, whatever it is. Tried to download it, upload or whatever you call it. And it took, I waited about a half hour and still had 15 minutes to go and I quit. Is that normal? Should it take that long?
it's a very, very long upgrade. And after it tells you to restart the machine, it'll go into a 15, 20, 30-minute installation.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think the other thing too is that depending on where you get on what server, sometimes you can get on a server, it's just extremely slow on the download. And, just a lot of people are all trying to download at the same time. I've had that happen before, like, gee, this is 45 minutes and it's still downloading. I thought thinking maybe it's my internet, but I look at my internet speed and I said, no, it's not the speed of my internet, but I've heard that, you can get on a real slow loaded up server and it takes that long. But yeah, it took about 35 minutes on my on both our Macs to
My server's in England, so maybe that's.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, and the other thing is where it's coming, the download out of the Apple's server farms. So yeah, you got another layer in there too, but that shouldn't matter, I don't think.
I have another question about Zoom. I've lost my virtual backgrounds.
Oh.
I just have one now. The 6 that come with Zoom, I've lost them, and I lost 2 or 3 that I put in there myself. Does anybody know why? How I get that working again?
Did you you have the latest version of Zoom? I
I'm
think
not
it was
sure.
updated last week.
Yeah,
When they
it's
did
up
the
to-
update, they eliminated virtual backgrounds that you had, so you have to reload them.
How about the standard ones that come? When I first, there's 5 or 6. They had the bridge, Golden Gate Bridge, and they had the palm trees and stuff. And I don't have those anymore.
I do still see those.
Yeah, I still see them here. Are you using the Zoom app or are you using Zoom just on the your
I think
browser?
I'm using just Zoom on my computer, I think.
Okay, and maybe I always use the app, and that seems to be a lot cleaner. Are you using Safari or using Chrome or?
Well, I tried both Safari and what's the other one?
Firefox?
Firefox. or-
Firefox and Chrome. And the problem still existed. And I went into my settings and tried to figure out if I had them or something, but there's
Do you
no
have
way.
the Zoom, do you have the Zoom app on your
I don't
Mac?
think so. I don't think so.
It, to me, I like it better than the browser.
My question though, why would I lose those basic ones that usually come with Zoom when you first install it?
I've used the Zoom app from the beginning, but once in a while, when I update to the next version, I lose some of my own backgrounds. I have to reload them again.
Okay.
But I've never lost the canned ones that come with it.
Yeah.
Basic.
Yeah, I zoomed. I updated Zoom to the latest version and everything was still there.
Doesn't happen every time, just once in a while.
Did this happen just tonight, or has this happened last week, or?
No, it happened a couple of months ago.
Okay.
I can't figure it out.
And did you get 12.4 to finally install, or are you still running on 12?
I can still Zoom. I mean, I'm doing a lot of Zooming, but I just can't get my virtual backgrounds.
I'm just wondering though, if there's something glitched in in your operating system that might have, it's reaching for straws, but lamp check, circuit breaker check, fuse check. What else we check here with our computers?
Yeah, mine are still working.
Tom, I would suggest that you start using the app.
All right, I will. I think
I bet they're all going to come back and you should add a couple of your own.
well, I had
The one behind me.
I had 2 or 3 nice ones. I liked it. I lost them. And I think I have the app on my phone, but I'm not sure.
So quiet, I can hear a pin drop.
We're a lively bunch tonight, aren't we?
As they would say, are there any other questions?
Has anybody gotten a Mac Studio yet?
I'm running out of Mac.
Have you?
Mine has been on order for 2 months now, and it's supposed to be this week.
Okay.
David's running one right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I've had mine about 2 weeks now. And I was just waiting for this the OS update today to see if it would fix the camera on the monitor. I don't see a whole lot of difference in the performance with it, so.
Well, the camera's,
Yeah.
your camera's in focus nicely now, as opposed to
Well, I
last
turned the
time.
light back on. When I turn the light off, it does the same thing that I can see
Right.
from my end.
Same here with me.
It doesn't seem to have a low light capability like
That's right.
the iMac does. And so,
Right. Yeah, I've got a Logitech camera and it does the same thing. If the light's too dim, I'm out of focus and the background is in focus.
yeah. So anyhow, it's a nice machine. It's more power than I really need for anything I do, but what the heck? I usually buy a new computer every 3 or 4 years, and I looked at this and I said, well, I have 3 or 4 more years of use out of it. Well, let's just go buy it. We'll
Go for it.
cross that bridge when we get there. And of
Tom,
course, for us retired military, you can get a reasonable discount on it. So it's a lot less than buying it directly through the Apple Store, but
Yeah. Tom, I put the link for the download for Zoom in the chat
Okay, thank you.
because sometimes when you go to the Zoom website, it's hard to find where to download it.
Yeah,
It's actually in the App Store. I didn't realize it was in the App Store, but
I
Yeah.
think I have it on my phone, but I'm not sure.
yeah, it should be in the App Store. Take a look. Yeah, it's in the App Store.
David, your camera is doing a bang up job compared to when you didn't have enough light.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sitting here glowing in the lamp I turned on. I have to kind of back off because it's pretty bright and my eyes don't focus very well with bright lights. But yeah, it helps. But if I turn the light off, it looks to me, just as fuzzy as it did last time we went through this. So it's a lighting condition.
Yeah, it's
But
got to
as I was
have
saying
enough.
earlier, it has the studio mode in it, although it doesn't appear to work, at least in these blocks. On FaceTime, if you move around, the camera follows you. So that's a little plus on it.
And that's a studio display that you've got, right?
Right. I bought the studio display and the Mac Studio.
Okay.
Roger, have you ever tried to do any big breakout groups with Zoom?
no, I haven't.
I was on another Zoom and there were about 40 people, and they were able to break them up into about 8 people per session. It was really nice. I don't know how to do it, but I just know you can do it.
Well, I think you have to have the webinar version. So this is the meeting version that we use.
Oh,
And I think to have breakout rooms, you have to have the webinar version.
You can also do surveys, and I don't know how to do that either, but I know you can do it.
Yeah, we can do polls in this one.
Also,
So I can create a poll here. And we'll talk about, let's see here. Create a poll.
I'm a poll.
So we'll create a little poll here and put another one in here. And another one. And another one. Make sure I'm spelling that right. Yep. Okay. And we're going to save it. And it's called Untitled. Guess I can't change the name now. So,
barber pole, flagpole, ski pole.
Title poll. Phone
Okay.
service, single choice.
I had a pop up here.
There you go.
so please vote.
Is this what we'd
I'm
like
definitely
to
using
have,
Oma.
or what we do have, or what?
Yeah, what you have at the today, right now.
yeah.
Yeah, you need an other in there because I have none of them.
Oh, yeah,
That's
well,
Oma.
Uma,
Ooh,
I think
Uma,
is how,
Uma. Uma
That's
Guma.
it.
Uma Thurman.
There you go.
Where's the link for consumer cellular?
Well, we're talking about home phones.
Yeah.
I
We got
have,
rid of our landlines.
I have AT&T. Is it, should AT&T be there?
So you have the AT&T home phone service? Where you have, you have a
yes.
little box and you plug your regular phone into it?
No. I have Cox as a provider. And
There we
then Clearwave as a provider by the apartment, and AT&T as I bought the phone from AT&T.
Yeah, but yeah, we're talking about
Landline.
your home phone, not your cell phone.
So I don't have one then.
Yeah. So let's see, 27% have Cox, 36% have Comcast, 18% have CenturyLink. Nobody, I didn't vote, so I would have voted for Google Voice. And 18%, which is 2 people, have Uma. That's good. Who has Uma? Okay. Bob, who's the other Uma person? Is it Danny's cat that has Uma?
Dorianne is waving her hand.
You have Uma?
No, I have other.
Oh, you have other. Oh,
I don't have a home phone.
okay. Well, good. That's good to know.
My wife says the thing she misses about the old landline service that we had was the reliability and the simplicity. You know, we had a AT&T branded answering machine that it was okay. And it was guaranteed that if you picked it up, it was there and it would hold, a message forever as long as my UPS didn't lose juice. And she finds working with the iPhone a lot more difficult, less rewarding, I guess.
Right.
So it's interesting to me. I don't find too much trouble working with the iPhone, but of course I understand what's going on inside, and she really doesn't, and she can't make good guesses about what to do. And I think that with the landline, AT&T originally designed it to minimize the amount of guessing that was required on the part of its customers. And so it makes it a lot simpler.
Right.
The only reason I still have my landline is because I have a fax machine. Otherwise, I get rid of it. The robocalls are just too much.
Roger, I wanted to tell you that I have other, but I wasn't able to do that because when your survey was up, it did not allow me to unmute.
Oh, really?
Huh.
That's
Sounds
interesting.
like,
That's
sounds
interesting.
like a bug.
Huh.
Sounds like a Zoom bug.
Yep.
How did people respond to the survey?
Well, we had 3 people with Cox, 2 or 4 people with
No,
Comcast.
I mean, how did they record their response?
Oh, they just clicked on the little circle next to the.
There was a pop-up box that appeared on the screen.
Then the submit. You have to-
I saw that. I I was trying, but it wouldn't take anything.
Oh.
Huh.
That's obviously a Zoom problem.
But
Another Zoom.
anyway, as I said, I have other, and you didn't give us that option.
Right.
Yeah, my bad. So what other do you have?
I have a Verizon home phone,
Oh, okay, great.
and I do not want to get rid of it.
I saw, I'm not sure this is accurate, but in my research for my presentation in the next meeting, somebody said that the price for the Verizon home phone had gone up. I'm not sure it was a Verizon or maybe it was AT&T, one of those.
T-Mobile, was it?
No, it was either Verizon or AT&T for the home phone service.
Oh,
Went
okay.
up to $75 a month.
No, I
Oh.
pay 25,
Okay, good. Well, that's what I set that up for.
maybe 25 and change.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I had set that up for my mom for on the AT&T version of the home phone, and it worked very well.
Mm.
You know, the landline plants, people who have vendors who have landline plants are really dying to get rid of them and convert everybody over to cellular. So your topic is very germane, Roger.
Well, I did learn something that I wasn't expecting to learn in my research. I'll keep that as a little teaser.
Okay.
Tune in and find out what that is.
By any chance, did you find out, or have you looked at the idea of what happens when we have a widespread power outage to the cell phone networks? Do they have much of any kind of battery backup? I know the landlines had huge lead acid storage banks for power, but you know, they could go for days on end and your phone would still work. And
Yep.
I'd be interested in knowing what happens with my landline or my cell vendor. And how do you find out?
Yeah, that's a good question. No, I did not come across that, but I just from observing, like when you drive along Sunrise
Mm-hmm.
and you see those racks right along the side of the road, you know, it's like an exposed rack of equipment.
Yeah.
It's pretty much, there's no battery in there.
Aha.
Yeah.
I would guess, and it's strictly a guess, is that in critical, you know, areas that, you know, a larger type cell site probably has some kind of battery backup or even a generator and, you know, serving, you know, like law enforcement or government, military, stuff like that.
Yeah. Mhm.
But I don't think it's consistent across, you know, everything.
Now, AT&T did such a good job, or actually it's probably Western Electric, of engineering the telephone system that we all came to believe that it was bulletproof. And what we didn't understand was all the work and money that went into making it so. We just wanted to keep driving the price down, and we didn't understand what we were giving up by driving the price down.
In 1992, we were in Homestead, Florida, when Hurricane Andrew came through.
Oh,
We evacuated up to Cape Kennedy and came back down 5 days later, and our landline service provided by Southern Bell was still working.
wow, that's good.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, when I first moved into my house in Choya Bay in Mexico, there was no electricity. And so we ran the house on those large batteries that the phone company uses. So they're like 2 feet tall and about 20 inches on one dimension and maybe about, I don't know, 14 inches in another one, and they're made out of a clear, like lucite or something like that. So you can see the fluid level in them.
Lead acid?
Yeah. So what they would do is through routine maintenance, they would just replace them on a regular basis. They would keep them, I don't know, 10 years. And then they would cycle them out and put in new ones, whether they were, good or not, or
Right.
bad or not. So there was a guy that had connections to the phone company and lived in Troya, and he'd just take a truck down and load up a bunch of those and bring them down to Troya. And that's how we ran our homes until the electricity got there.
Oh, my. That's quite a story.
Well, I'm not sure whether I should talk about this during the regular meeting or this, but we've had for 20 years or something, a bundle with Cox, which was phone and internet and cable. And every time a couple of years ago, we decided to drop the landline, and Cox said, "Oh no, the bundle is cheaper than paying for the other two alone." So for 2 years or something or other, we've been paying for the telephone, even though we haven't used it. And as the year goes on, your bill keeps going up and up and up, and so eventually, every 6 months or so, you got to go to Cox in person and get your bill adjusted, which I did last week. And lo and behold, the guy said, "No, we've stopped that bundle business. Your charges were based on telephone, with your cable and internet being subsidiary to the telephone. And we've changed that now, and your internet is now the key, and your phone and the cable are both subsidiary. So if you want to drop the phone, drop it." And not only did I drop it, but I got a $60 credit.
Hey.
So they're finally beginning to see the light of day, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, internet should be the core offering.
You bet.
Yeah.
It should.
Hey, guys, I actually have an ask me question.
Hey, go for it.
Yeah, it just cropped up because I've got my computer on iPad for Zoom, and I have my computer on, and this awful problem that comes up every, I don't know, several weeks, where it's asking me to Spotlight wants to use the login keychain thing, and then you say okay, and something else pops up that wants to use the keychain. How do you deal with that?
Boy.
Well, what's the something else? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't know. I have to put my password in just a moment.
Don't say it out loud as you type it in there.
All right.
Well, all right. Call history plugin helper. I don't even know what these things are. And at the same time, I've got the beach ball, and the only way I can get rid of this is to shut down.
That's very odd.
Yeah, I've never heard of call history plugin.
Well, if I put in my password, I'll get another one. Oh, now it's not even. Oh, okay. Now it's Assistant D wants to use the login keychain. I don't know even what keychain is. I presumably I use it, but I don't consciously.
You can't not use it. It's done all in the background, Susan.
Yeah.
So we need to have a little program to explain it to people like you.
Right.
Well, I just have to put in my password over and over and over, and then the next one comes up. And I think it repeats itself.
This is on,
And this has happened many times, and the only way I know to deal with it is to shut down my computer.
this is in Safari?
It's in the Finder. It's just showing up, right?
Oh, Finder, okay. Ooh.
So there's an app called Keychain Access. And it's either in the, let me look if it's in apps or utilities.
Well, I can't get to anything because the beach ball doesn't let me do anything.
So
The
is,
only thing I can do is put my password in, and then it just comes up again.
so is the password that you enter the same as your login password, or are they different passwords?
I only have one password, so, well, I mean,
Okay.
I have an Apple password. I put in my computer password.
That's
But,
the right one.
Okay, so that eliminates one of the problems is if your login password is out of sync with your keychain password.
Well, I
Um,
don't have a keychain password.
You do.
You do, it's part
And
of the operating system. It's,
So
Susan,
is it my, like, if I want to get an app, is that the password it wants?
I found a Apple discussion thread on how to get rid of call history plugin. And I put the link to it in the chat.
Hmm.
And
You're gonna
And Chris
send this
Wesselman
to
put in
me,
something
right?
else about keychain access.
yeah,
Yeah, that was a known error about 4 or 5, well, it's got to be 5 or 6 or 7 years ago now, because I've been retired for 5. Susan, what operating system are you on?
Not Monterey. What is it, Big Sur?
sir.
Okay, well, the article I put in the chat has a pop-up for different operating systems, and it'll give you steps that you can walk through to try to synchronize that keychain login password. I don't remember the solution right offhand, but I'm sure one of us can get with you later on it.
Okay.
It was a known issue about 5 or 6 years ago on that vintage operating system. So yeah, people kept getting that error over and over again. And I honestly don't remember what the solution was. I don't know, Roger or Tony, if you guys remember.
so as I looked at that, there's a,
Tony, you're muted.
yeah, I'm not sure. Is that better now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like it automatically locks the keychain after a certain amount of time. And that's not their expected behavior. It got set somehow. And then that the link that Chris sent shows you how to reset that for your login. So it won't ask for those. It only asks for it once when you log into the computer instead of every time you try to access it. It kind of locks it after 30 seconds is what it says, which is not what you want.
Can
Yeah.
you set the number of minutes, Tony, to an infinite number?
You can actually uncheck the box that says lock after X number of minutes and save the preference.
Maybe that was it.
And I just think it got set by default that it has a timeout. Now, what you may have to do is set a timeout and then save the preference and then go back in and turn off the timeout so that it actually forces it to update the file twice.
So Susan, your keychain access password is the same password as the one you use for unlocking the Mac.
Yeah,
The keychain
So-
access program is in your utilities folder. Keychainaccess.app.
well, now my screen is totally locked. I can't do anything. I would just have to shut down. And I can't shut down. I have to unplug the, I have to press the power button.
Have you tried is it something escape, command option escape? What is the thing that shuts off a particular process, Roger? I can't think of it right now.
Yeah, I have to look it up every time.
Oh, the force quit? I think it is command option escape.
Yeah, force quit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Option command escape, yeah.
I would try quit before you shut it down, Susan. It may allow you to do that. And when it comes up,
What did you say, Jerry?
there is a facility in Mac OS called Force Quit.
Yes, but I can't get to it.
Do you remember how to
It's locked.
Command option
Frozen.
escape, command option escape will take you there.
command option escape? Yes, that's the right thing.
Okay, but I can't get to it because it's behind that square that says it wants the password for the keychain. So I can't. It
Okay,
came up,
here's
but
here's
I can't
Here-
click
Here's
on
a
it.
trick. Here's the trick. If you can grab either of the windows that are up there, grab the top bar of it and move that window out of the way, then you should be able to the other window. I don't know what your
It
display
won't
looks
move.
like.
It won't move. I can
Try your
move
key-
the
try your
window
keyboard.
behind.
Try your keyboard, command option escape,
I did.
and nothing happened?
The force quit appeared, but it is behind
Oh, okay.
the, so
It's
I
just-
can't click on it.
Then hit the return key and that will cut the finder.
Nope,
No?
no.
It sounds like a modal dialog box. It won't do it. The Mac won't do anything until you satisfy the dialog box.
Yes, and I'm trying to, and it won't let me do anything. I can't cancel, I can't say, okay, I cannot put a password in. The only thing that I could do is probably press the power button.
Yeah, that always works.
But hold it down until the machine shuts off.
Right.
Yeah. I'm trying to rack my brain here and try to find a way that she doesn't have to shut down. Will you lose your connection with us on the Zoom?
No,
on the iPad. It's a different machine.
Oh, that's
okay.
true. I would, no. I'm on iPad for,
Oh, okay, all right, good. I
To
don't
me,
know
this
what
sounds
else
like
to tell you.
to me, this sounds like something that needs to be taken care of within 60 seconds of powering up. and getting to the finder. You need to take care of it right away before this timer clicks out. And so you need to do all the reading and research and know the steps that you need to take before you turn on the iMac.
Yes. Well,
Otherwise, you know, the iMac's not going to be any good to you.
what do you mean?
If this is going to happen after 60 seconds of turning the iMac on.
Where
I
did
have
this
a
60
MacBook Pro, but this has happened, I would say, 10, 15 times in the last, I don't know, 2 years. And I
Yeah.
just powered down and then it's fine for a few months and then
Oh, okay.
it happens again.
I thought this happened like 60 seconds after you have powered
No,
up the
no,
started
no.
the computer.
When I powered down and then I restart, the computer is fine for a couple of months.
Oh, okay.
then this thing starts again.
Well, it
Okay.
gives you a chance to read all about it and figure out
Yes.
what you're gonna do.
Right.
Okay, now I know that there's this Apple discussion forum thread. It's in the chat right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and the link that Chris put in there, and I'll just email them to you so you have it there in front of you when you turn on the MacBook Pro the next time.
That's good.
I'm gonna have to study it.
Right. I don't know about you, but it seems to me like I need to read it and read it again. You know, I'm at that age where it doesn't happen bang, 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 like with Tony, for example.
Okay, well, it is 6:50, so we're going to take a break here and resume with our general meeting at 7 o'clock. You're welcome to stay here and chat during the break.